Record. All right. I am so excited for tonight. It is the beginning of the month. We're done with holiday. We're diving in. Today's the last day for a lot of the sales for reset. Doesn't mean that they can't still grab it. It's just if people want extra savings, today's a great day for that, right? So just making sure that you're, reaching out, telling people about it up until 10:59. So when we get done with our call, it's a great opportunity to reach out and do last minute things, because I will tell you, my brand new person, her name is Cassie as well. I've known her since I was in high school. I do not have her, or I wouldn't have had her if I did not ask. And I just literally reached out and said, hey, I've lost great weight with this. I don't know if this is something you're interested in, but here's a link, a little bit more about it. Happy to chat. And she was like, oh my goodness, I've actually been wondering about fasting. She does not comment on my posts. She does not reach out. She does not do any of that, y'all. It was because of a reach out is why she's already posted. She's going to be posting again because I double dog dared her. So never, ever assume that somebody won't do the things that you ask them to. It's all in the ask. And you're always going to have a different relationship with each person. So with her, I could be like, even if I haven't talked to her in probably a year, I could be like, girl, I double dog dare you to do that. I double dog dare you to post your results or tell people what you're feeling, and bring up the financial aspect, because she was already telling me like, whoa, there's a subscription. I can't do subscription stuff. I can't do any of that. I said, girl, tell me a little bit more about what's going on. So I found out that it's a financial issue. So there's my other in for making sure that I ask. And I said, hey, I can help you with that. Follow me. Let me help you. And so now she's willing to be able to post and stuff because I asked and I brought up the financial part of that. So do not ever, ever, ever assume, and do not ever think that you're going to be touching toes when you aren't asking that person. Like you just never know where they're at. So please be bold and just share this opportunity, because you never know their backstory. So I wanted to share that really quick, because I wouldn't be having her post or any of that if we didn't talk about it. So beginning of the month, it is July, and it is a great time to reset in general and reset your goals, reset your why, reset where you're at and where you want to go this month. And it's July 5th, and we've already added 14 people to our team this month, y'all. 14 people. That is the most we have added in this short time. And I can't tell you how long. 14 people. So I want y'all to pat yourself on the back. Whether you've added somebody or not, you're still a part of this team, and you've got people planting seeds you're already in, and you're going to continue to grow. So know that and believe that this month. A lot of you have really big goals. Keep sending your sheets in to myself or your sponsor or both of us, so that we kind of know where you're at this month, where you want to go. Because if we don't write down those goals, they're not going to be attainable. You have to be able to see them. You have to be able to see where you're going. And you can't just be like, oh, I'd like to hit gold this month. Okay, write it down. Write those things down and determine how you're going to get there. The biggest thing, now, a lot of you guys are newer and some of you aren't. And so I want you guys to be helping your teams with this if you are a gold and above, because right now what you're going to be doing is, like, let's say Cindy, she's wanting to go gold. So I'm going to break down with Cindy. Okay, Cindy, who on your team can you help go silver? Who on your team that you just signed up, can you do the power of 3 that you can help that person go silver? Share their reset results, share things like that, and have them go. So that's the great thing for you to be able to determine if you're hitting a big goal. You need to help you figure out where your team is going as well. So breaking down where they're at, where they're going, and having them write those things down. If Cindy is like, okay, well, I have a new girl named Samantha, and I could probably see if I could get her to go silver, or I could see if she'd be willing to share, or XYZ, writing Samantha's name down, you as a leader, so that you can keep track with that. Because then you can be like, okay, Cindy, how's Samantha doing? How, did she get a post up? Is she sharing her results with somebody? That is how you grow your business, is being a leader and having those expectations up front so that you can help your team grow and duplicate. You're not doing those things. That's okay. Now's the time to do that. And that is gold and above. You should start doing those with your teams and getting those silvers and figuring out where those are going to be in point wise. Because if your team's wanting to go somewhere, you got to help them see where that's going to go. This reset is a great jumping start Yes, it can be momentum. We're seeing I feel like it's like firecrackers. We're seeing like little sparklers, like, woo, great momentum happening. But people are just going to do the reset and stop if you're not going to cast vision for them that this reset is not just a quick fix 3 days and you're done. What I want to ask, after somebody does the reset, what can you do to plug them into? I want to hear either in the chat or what is the next step for somebody on a reset? Let's see where we're at on that. Where would you plug somebody in? And if you don't know, that's okay, because that's what we're here for, team call. Triplex or a welcome pack to keep their goals going. Yep. Mine would be a welcome pack. Yes. So right now the resets are with a welcome pack. That is a great, great start. You want them to keep their goals going because we're helping change their mindset on, okay, this isn't a weight loss thing. This is a mindset shift. This is really getting your mindset into evaluating every little bite that you're taking now. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing is everybody on reset is noticing how much they were actually snacking throughout the day. Start posting those things like, oh man, I really liked this reset because it made me realize how much I was consuming in a day that I was like, oh, well, the baby just ate this, so I'll help her finish it, or XYZ, right? A lot of us moms feel that way, or, oh, me and my wife, like Tony, me and my wife split this meal and then I helped her with, or whatever it looks like, whatever the reset helps you with, or you're noticing, literally diary entry journal that and keep that going. But the biggest thing that you want to plug them into, if you haven't, is Pivotal. Y'all, Pivotal is really huge. It's something that people pay lots of money for every single month with different companies. So this is something Plexus is offering for all in one place. And if they have a hard time finding Pivotal, like the call today, bookmark Pivotal so that they know where to go. They continually log in. They can get their meals, their grocery list for their whole family. They can keep their health journey going. That's also family workouts they can do. Like really start thinking of tricks and tips that you can start sharing with them of like, hey, this is something great your whole family can do. Now that you've signed up for Reset, guess what? You also have these extra programs that you have. Let's dive you into that. Let's make sure that you're in the text. I've been sharing with all of my people that I signed up with the Reset and said, hey, also, if you didn't forget, we have the group that you're in, the 3-day group. And if you haven't been tagging your people in the 3-day group, go ahead because it started today. But I'm like, also make sure that you're in the text program, because if you sign up for this text, you'll also get encouragement every single day that you're doing this reset. So make sure that they're in on that text program too. But that is the key of like, if not, you're going to get one and done people. And yeah, you can sign up 10, 20 people with this reset instant, right? Because people want instant gratification, but you really want to make sure it's a mindset shift too, of like, this is a long-term thing that they're going to start going. So when you're signing people up with this reset, set that expectation up in the beginning of like, okay, we're going to get you the reset and the welcome pack so you can continue this journey. Because if you're signing people up with the one and done thing, you're going to plummet next month. You're going to have great points this month and then plummet next month. The other thing that I want to share is that highly, highly recommend, if you have somebody underneath you adding people, get to know their people. I can tell you, being in this journey for 6+ years, not that I ever want anybody to fall off. Trust me, I've never wanted anybody to fall off. But if it wasn't for me reaching out and loving on their people, they wouldn't still be here today because their leader fell off. I was intentional on what we call taprooting. And taprooting is just getting to know their people. The best analogy that I thought of today for that is and all of us pretty much go to church. Think of walking into a church building and all you know is the preacher, but nobody in the pews, nobody as you walk in, nobody else says hello to you. Nobody else, every single time you go, never connects with you, never asks how you're doing, how you're loving the church, how you can be an encouragement to them. Think of going to a church and only having the preacher talk to you and nobody else. And you're seeing everybody else there in the church and nobody said a word to you. That is how I see this. We are a community. So make sure you're getting to know your people's people, because you want them to be a bigger part of a bigger community. And so making sure that you're loving, what I say, loving on them. Like, hey, if let's say I've signed up Stacy and Brianna, you're right underneath Stacy. Stacy signed you up. I'm like, hey, Brianna, I'm so excited that you are here with us on this journey. Cannot wait to follow you. I'm here if you need anything, just wanted to reach out and say congrats or welcome, whatever, right? It's literally those things. Or Stacy is setting me up in a three-way, which is even better, so that I'm connected already and I can always go back to that three-way and just touch base. Get to know your people's people. I promise you, it is key for them staying and seeing our amazing community. So never ever think that you're assuming like, oh, well, I don't want to touch toes on Stacy and I don't want her to think that she's not doing her job. That is not this at all. Stacy is an incredible leader. Brianna is all of y'all are incredible leaders. It is not that at all. We want that person to see a bigger part of our community and why they should stay longer and not just quick and done, right? Okay. Questions. Y'all have any questions really quick before I keep moving on? Where did you find the text number? Okay, let me grab it because I sent it just a minute ago. Okay, the text number is, you text reset to 753-987. And I'll put that in the chat too. And if y'all have any other questions, go ahead and pop in.
I just put in the chat what I've been sending, and I just sent it. That's the only reason why I had it.
I love it. But I like that you just said opt in for motivational text. That's huge because everybody wants encouragement and motivation. So I like that tweak on that. Good job. Okay. Any questions so far before we keep moving on? Okay. Next thing.
I have a question.
Oh, go for it, Shara.
So at the very beginning, you said you sent that message to another Cassie.
Yep.
What are you sending after that? If somebody says, yeah, sure, send me something.
Let me pull up.
I always freeze up and I send something different every time. And I'm like, I need to be consistent.
That's okay. Well, and I will tell you, I can show you my example, but not every person is the same. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
like, I'm going to have a different conversation with each person. And for her, like, her biggest thing is she needs to poop. And so I was straight up. I was like, girl, this is going to help you poop from here on out. Like, I just was funny with her. And I just kept her going, as in like, this is going to be your magic poop pill from here on out, girl. Like, trust me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here's what I said. Let's see.
What would you send as a basic?
Here's a basic. So she said, so I've been wanting to start fasting. And this may be a great way to start, but how much, right? Because everybody wants to know how much. I said, girl, you will love it. Have you ever done, I've done fasting for years. You don't have to say that, obviously, but this has been, but with this and my products, it's been like, bam. I said, with the whole program though is $189. And that comes with the 3-day reset and a month's worth of Plexus products that we get to choose for you. And in-home workouts, as well as meal prepping and a grocery list. You get all of that. And she said, oh, it's a monthly program. And I said, well, I will explain. Hang tight. Let me grab my phone because my phone's about to die. Or my laptop. And I said, 3 days. And I said, but the cheapest way right now is to buy the 3 days with a month's supply. Because she was getting, this is where I started learning. She was worried about a monthly subscription and a monthly thing because she just wanted a 3-day, right? She just wanted the 3 days. And once I found out a little bit more and I dove in because she said, oh, gotcha. Well, I just don't know. I've been working out. It isn't going to happen. Like I thought, I'll go for walks and my kids and play hard. And we're remodeling a whole house. I just don't know right now. And I said, well, at least you know, like, cause then like, she's curious of what's going on. And I said, and she said, but I'm definitely down for a 3-day reset.
Again,
she's just stuck on the 3 days. So I'm just digging like, okay, well, and I said, I get it. Yes, you do not have to do them, but they are there if, I said, you do not have to do it, but they are there if you want to, because I'm just giving her an in or an out. Like, hey, they're here if you want it. Like, how bad do you want it? But you get the whole meal prepping for the whole family. It's less that I have to think about, which I'm pumped about. She said, yeah, I'm down for that too. And I save so much when I meal prep. And I said, exactly. So really it's like titter tatter, like, but the main one is I usually am like, the reset right now, you get a month supply plus the reset and the whole program for $189. And I'm telling you, every time I've said that, there's only one person that's like, oh, that's a little bit more than what I was thinking for a 3-day reset. You're going to get that. And you're going to get people like that. Then you're going to get people that are like, wow, that saves me a ton of money of having to meal prep, having to go buy all my like all of those things that I have to think about in time. Hands down, let's do it. And so does that help a little bit? Okay. But that's been mainly I just go straight to, girl, it's $189, because you got to be bold about how much it is, because what we have to offer, that is cheap compared to some other companies that are $400 or more a month right now for what we have to offer. And we are already knowing that these results are good. Lastly, making sure when you're sharing or your teams are sharing, if you see anybody sharing more than 6 pounds, you make sure that they know they need to take that down or tweak it, because we cannot compliantly say anything more than 6 pounds. We want to make sure that we have a legacy company and one that doesn't get shut down because we're sharing more than 6 pounds. You could lose 12 pounds or somebody could lose 12 pounds, which is incredible. You can share that privately, just making sure you're not posting it. So anyway, and then the next thing that I want you guys to do after today, go back and look at a week's worth of your posting and look and see if you've posted any life or anything else that's going on in your life, and making sure it's not just all fully plexus. Because the last thing you want to be is that annoying plexus lady. I promise you, I've done that. You don't want to be that. You want to share some life here and there. And so that's what I'm going to be doing starting tomorrow too. So know that it is okay to consistently post about this reset, because that's what's getting it's in their timeline. But you also want to make sure you have a little bit of life in there. Okay, any other questions on reach outs, on the reset, or anything like that? Because that's what I'm here for. Okay, let's say I'm getting Hannah signed up. Hannah's ready, doing the reset. We always, always, always share the potential of what they can make this month. Do not skip this part, because again, like with Cassie, you never know where they're at financially. And so I might be like, Hannah, hey, I just want to let you know, I never want finances to get in the way of your health journey. This reset's going to be great, but I want you to know with your referral bonuses this month, this is what you can get. So if this is something you're interested in, or you want to know more information, I'm happy to share, or I'm happy to help you. You're just putting that in there just very slightly so that they're open to it and they know about it. We'll tell you my lash lady, and why I'm getting results, you guys, is because I'm bold in sharing the opportunity. I am bold in sharing what we have to offer. My lash lady that I just got these done for convention already signed up a referral and is going to continue to share because I brought it up. So always bring it up the moment they sign up. And I said, hey, I don't know. I wanted you to know that this is what our referral bonus looks like for this month. So if you know anybody that wants to do a reset with you, use that little referral link that you got and just share away. And she's like, oh, that's it? I'm like, yeah. She's like, where do I go? Where do I log in? So I had her log in, I grabbed it, and I had her send it to me so I could create a quiz with it. The quiz is so much easier because it goes ahead and puts them into a VIP pricing. Make sure that somebody that signs up for VIP is going to order a triplex or more every single month. You don't want to have somebody sign up as a VIP and order hydrate every single month. That means you get 0 credit for that person. 0. None. So keep them as a retail if they're going to only order hydrate or active every single month. You do not want to order and have people sign up as a VIP unless they're going to order more than that, like a reset plus. But yeah, super simple. It was just like, hey, here's this. I'm happy to share with you. And because she already added her person, I was like, girl, congrats. I'm so excited for you. You're only 2 away from $400. Did you know that? And she's like, whoa, I might be able to find somebody else. I'm casting vision. I don't have to give them the whole diamond documentaries and what it might look for them, right? They don't know their why yet. They don't know any of that. I'm just sharing. Do you know 3 other people that want to try this with reset with you? Then let's say they get silver. I'm getting Julia silver. And I'm like, Julia, how wonderful was it to go silver? That's an amazing rank in this company. I know that was probably a huge blessing for you to have that $400. Now, the next step, if you're looking or if you're interested, is to possibly make a little bit more. And I'm happy to help coach you into a little bit more. If that's something you would like for your family, would a little bit more income be a blessing to you? And I'm just tattering. You know, I don't know what their burdens are. I don't know what anything is, but Julia may be like, you know what? Actually, that could be a blessing. And I'm going to dive in, because if I don't find Julia's why, then she's not going to want to keep going past silver. Like, I know most of you guys is why you're here. You're wanting to help your family. You're wanting to bless your family. You're wanting to see bigger. But if somebody wouldn't have casted that vision for you and had you see bigger, none of y'all would be on this call right now. Guarantee it. So Julia might be like, yeah, you know, I'm like, well, what would $400 or $800 look like for your family? What would that blessing be? And Julia might be like, oh my gosh, that I could be looking towards to possibly leaving my job and not working in healthcare right now and be able to help other people in different ways. How long have you been wanting to do that? Like, or what does that look like? Like, I feel like the only best analogy I can think of is like a doctor. You're just digging, and you're getting in those layers of why this business and this opportunity could be a blessing for her or for him or for whoever. Like, you're just diving in. But I wouldn't do any of that until they've already hit their 3 people. So that's when you cast vision. If you're not casting vision for your people, I feel like they will perish is the best way to put it. They're going to be like, they're going to fall off. Like, well, I went silver. Great. I got my products paid for 1 month. Like, why didn't I share a little bit more with them? You just ask. You simply ask and just share that with them so that they can see a little bit more. That doesn't mean send them diamond docs and everything just yet. You're figuring out why. Why could 400 or 800 or 1,000? What would that mean for that family? And what would that do for them? So does that help everybody? Y'all have any questions on that? None? So all y'all are just going to be bold and you're going to start asking all these questions now, right? I love it. And if you haven't, it's okay. You can go back. Don't think that, oh man, I should have been doing this whole time. Guess what? Today's a new day. Do it now. Does not mean I can't go back to somebody that I signed up 6 years ago and start this and start sharing and be like, you know what, Tony, have you ever thought about doing this a little bit more? I don't know what your life looks like right now, but I know my shoes 6 years ago, it was hard. It was financially hard. And I could only imagine what it would have been like for me at $5 a gallon for gas and what that looked like when we were already negative every single paycheck. And I was hand painting signs late at night just to help pay another bill that came in. So I can only imagine what families are suffering or going through right now during this whole financial mess. But if this is something that you're ever interested in, I'm happy to share what this would look like. I'm not burdening them. I'm not like throwing it down their throat. I'm just putting it in. I'm just seeing if it's something that they're interested in. So think about that. Okay, next thing, let me grab it really quick. Okay, these roadmaps are incredible. Every single month, you need to have one of these, and you need to map out every person that you have sign up. Like right now, I'm going to do a new one, and I'm going to put Cassie as silver. She doesn't know she's going to go silver, right? Because I know some of y'all put 0 for having silvers. Think of somebody. Even if you haven't even signed up, believe that you're going to have 1 person if you haven't even signed up, believe that you're going to have 1 person go silver this month. And I'm going to put newbie on silver. Let's say I have my lash lady. I'm going to have her go silver. So I'm going to put Cassie and Mindy, and I'm going to put both of them silver here. Then I'm going to put every single other person where they're going to be this month, and then continue that roadmap and figure out where your people are going. Every single person on here is a leader. If you do not know where your team is going, your team isn't going to know either. They're just going to be like, well, what's next? Okay, great. What, huh? So like figure out where your silvers are going to be and all of that, and write their names down here so you know where that's going to be. Okay. Where did you get that when you're the roadmap, this thing? Is that what you're asking, Stacy? Okay. That I will send a link for. It's in our back office, virtual office, back office. I always call it a back office because that's what I've done for 6 years. So it's in our virtual office. I'll find a link and I'll post it. But this is really good to have because it literally breaks down, and you could even do one for yourself. Like, okay, I want to be senior gold this month, but in 6 months, I want to be ruby, or in whatever. And you're breaking all of that down so you can see a bigger picture of where you're going on your road. I feel like this is like the yellow brick road. Like you're Dorothy and you got your red shoes and you're like, okay, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. Anyway, Ashley, love how you broke it down. Simple questions. Yes, I will tell you, it has been a journey for me, and I don't want y'all to make the biggest mistakes that I did as I started. When I started, I vomited everything to every single person. Do not do that. You have a menu. Make sure you're only showing them like the appetizers, not all of it. Okay. I would just little appetizers and show them little things, not the big thing. Okay. No worries, Julia. So little menu, don't give them the big thing. And that's kind of the same with the casting the vision. Like, Stacy, I'm going to show you the appetizers of what $400 could do for your family and get you silver. I'm not going to go straight to desserts. I'm going to then go into the meal and be like, oh, how would 800 be for, this month? And show them what the referrals look like for signing 9 people or 10 people, and be like, I don't know what that blessing could be like for you, but that's something you would like to continue and keep going. I'm happy to keep doing that for you. And you're giving them every single food thing, but not running straight to the dessert and doing diamond docks and all these things. Okay. And then I will say gold is kind of where it's at, and where a lot of you guys are either going or you're there, or wherever you're at. Most of you guys are at gold or almost there. Gold school is huge. It's something Plexus just started offering. And then Ruby's on the rise. So gold school is this month. They're having it in Michigan, I believe Michigan, Great Lakes area, but they have the next one in October. We will not find out until the end of this month where the next one is going to be. So go ahead and plan that you're going to be there in October. So, and that'll be awesome because I can guarantee all of us, because you and your sponsor gets to go, we could all blow up and have a huge faith team at the next gold school. Like that's the big vision that I see, because I see almost every single person on here earning it or have earned it. So that's another thing. So plan ahead that, you're going to be there in October for gold school. And then on top of that, Ruby's on the Rise is the next. Ruby's on the Rise is in, I got to look. I want to say it's October too. I might be wrong. But it's in Arizona at corporate. I will tell you, when you go to corporate, it is a 9-day difference. You get to see, you sit down with Alec and Tarl. You get to communicate with them. You get to see customer service. You get to do all of the different things with them. They're giving all these opportunities, because I will tell you, when I was growing and when I was doing what y'all are doing now, we didn't have this. And it was hard because I didn't have a vision. I didn't have anything to look forward to other than, great, I hit gold. Wow, that's a huge jump to senior gold, but I feel like I'm not a leader and I'm not going to do it, right? I will tell you, at gold, I felt like I was crumbling, and I would have never exceeded what I saw in Carissa or Jessica or any of that. I never saw my potential in being a leader. And for a long time, and Hannah can even tell you, I still struggled with believing that I was a leader enough for this team, because I kept seeing all these other people do all these different things. And I thought, well, that's just, I can't do that. That's not me. But guess what? You don't have to be them. And that was the biggest eye-opening thing for me, is like, I can be me for my team. I can be what my team needs and not try to look at other people and not try to be other people. You are the best person for your team because they came to you, not anybody else. They came to you. So remember that as you keep growing, and when Satan keeps coming in and thinking you can't do stuff, you push him away and know that you have a better vision and you keep pushing that off. So I'm glad that they're doing this gold school, because now you have something bigger to look forward to, and you can get that training, you can get those skills and then move on. And then you have Rubies on the Rise, and then you have Emerald Extravaganza in Hawaii. Every single person on here should be in Hawaii with me next year. Just saying. So think about that, cast that vision of when you're going to hit Emerald as well. Oh, okay. Next thing is, now in a minute, I want you to shout out, which we've already done in our thread, and some of you have already done, but shout out your big goals for this month and put that in the chat if you can. And I'm going to keep talking for a second, because as leaders, you are setting the goal and the points and the everything for your team. And that is working. And I know sometimes you can't do it, and that is okay. But setting up that culture of you working till the last minute at 10:59 with your team is going to empower your team to shoot for bigger goals up until the last minute. If you're not there with them, they're not going to be there with their team either. They're not going to be there every single moment cheering them on, waiting for those points to roll over, or waiting for those points to shoot to, 100 or whatever your goals are. Like, you want to be that leader to cheer them on. So do not give up even at 10 p.m. and feel like, well, there's only an hour left, I'm not hitting it. No, you're going to be the best encourager for your team. Even if it's somebody trying to go silver, you are that person. You are that leader. So set up that culture and set up that expectation right on that you're going to be there to the very last moment, every single end of the month. The end of the month is powerful. And it's one of my favorites, honestly, because I'm seeing so much growth and so much like firecracker stuff going off. It is incredible to watch. And a lot of you have seen that, where we're all like, oh my gosh, I just got one more. Holy crap. Do I have 5 seconds? And we're all trying to sign up people the last 5 seconds before the clock goes over. And it's just, I don't know. It's incredible to watch. So highly recommend you guys as leaders to keep showing up for your team, even at the last seconds of the night, at the end of the day. Okay. And I want you to also believe in the power of 3 for this reset. There is a graphic, and I'll post it again because some of you guys are new in our builder chat. And I'm so incredibly proud of you guys for being in there. That leader chat is a great encouragement. There's no negativity. There's no drama. We are there to encourage, motivate, be that extra cheerleader for you to hit your goals. That chat is just one of my favorites. So I'm glad that you guys are in there. Keep sharing your goals, keep sharing all of that. And if you find motivational video or whatnot, post it in there. This month, we are going to be doing, everything is optional, right? As a leader, everything is optional. You can be like, well, I just don't have time to do that right now. That's okay. But a lot of us, I know for me, I'm going to be reading, because I didn't get to finish or do the last one, was the book study that Plexus did, and it was Take the Stairs. When I heard his speech for the book club, it was empowering. And I was so ready to read his book, but I knew that we were doing Jessica Heffley's, all this others, and that I knew that I couldn't commit to another thing. And so right now we have no book club. I mean, there's a Plexus book club. We personally are not doing a book club this month. Other than that, we're all just going to read that on our own in our builder chat. Just share what our takeaways as we listen to that. You can download it on Audible. That's what I just did. And just be like, oh my gosh, this chapter really stood out to me because of blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're going to be doing this month is really diving into that book. Okay. But, where was I going to go? So the reset, the power of 3, there is a graphic. And Shara, if you're on, if you can find it, it was the reset to Ruby, and it was a little sticky note. And it showed how every single person on here could truly hit Ruby this month just by the reset and selling reset boxes with a welcome pack. And you could truly, if you have the power of 3, that means you're adding 3 people and you're helping them add 3 people. You do that every single week, you will be Ruby by the end of the month. It's just mind blowing to me. But just think, okay, every single week I need to add 3 people and try to get them silver. That is the simplest way to do that. But if share if you can find it. If not, I'll post it in our builder chat again. But that's all that is you're going to be adding 3 people and you're going to help those 3 people go silver. So really start thinking about those things. And even if it was somebody that you signed a year ago, get them on the reset and have them bring 3 friends or 3 whatever with them as well. Okay. I think that that's it for me as of right now. So if you have any questions, I'm going to shout out your goals because it's empowering to hear your name attached to the goal that you're going for this month. You might have like butterflies and be like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. You can, believe it, and set your goals and your expectations to it. Find a board. I've got to read you mine and put and map out every single person to help them go silver so that you can hit your goals. No, again, without a vision, there is nothing that's going to happen. So you've got to have a vision. I just sent that. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Okay. So I'm going to shout out goals right now. Rachel, she's going gold this month. So I'm super proud of you. Rachel, gold. I want you to say that to yourself, even if you're muted. Say, I'm going gold. And then we have Shara. She's going for 170. That is closer to her senior gold that she has been setting for a long time. But God has an amazing journey for her. So she's setting that senior gold mark to 170. That is huge. And she's going to be helping Ashley go senior silver and creating a new silver. And that's how you do it. You have to set up the expectation of, okay, if I'm going to hit senior gold, I have to have who am I going to help? So she's got that in here too. So I'm 170, Shara. Stacy is going senior gold. Senior gold is her scary goal. She can do that. She has a brand new runner and her name is Sarah, and she helped cast vision with her is why she's here. So and I also helped a little bit with that too. And so this is what I talk about with the church. You want them to see the bigger community because they need to have and see that bigger community so they can cast vision. So Stacy, because of it, now Sarah, her brand new person, is like wanting more and wanting to keep going, which is incredible, all because of Stacy. So hands up, hands down, Stacy. I'm super proud of you. I couldn't think for a second. Senior gold, and it will happen because she's going to help her brand new person and some others go silver. Tony, senior silver, but she's shooting for gold. And yes, you can figure out what that looks like, who you're going to help go silver. So break down those things, Tony, and figure out how you're going to do that, or have Hannah help you with that too. Ashley, senior silver, same. Figure out those silvers, girl, and you've got this. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Wynn. Let me put it here. Awesome. Okay, keep those goals coming. Know that it can happen. Hannah is going for 400, which is incredible. She's going to be helping Shara. She's got an amazing team. She's going to be helping a lot of you guys hit your goals and help you. When you're in this, you're the best encourager. That's literally your job. You are the best encourager so that when moments of disbelief or I guess disbelief is the best thing. When you feel like you're not going to help, your team's not going to hit it, you're going to be like, no, we're going to get you there. Let's figure this out. You are the best puzzle piece provider. You're going to fix the puzzle and you're going to help them find those missing pieces to help them hit those goals. Okay. What questions? I'm going to open this up. It is July. How do you feel about the reset? What questions do you have about the reset? What questions do you have about anything? It is an open book right now for the last 15, 20 minutes. So what do we have?
Hey, I just want to say, just from my experience this last couple months, I'm growing a lot coaching now, but I just want to say what you always say about always loving on people, and all because of the ask, just one ask, and always loving on people even when they say no. Because Sarah, who you were talking about, I asked her months ago and she said no, and that was fine, and I just kept loving on her. I didn't bring it up again for a while, but then she came to me and said she was ready to start. And the crazy thing is, she knows a ton of people using Plexus. She has family members that have been using Plexus for years, one of them for 7 years. And she came to me because I was loving on her and I was talking to her, and Now she's already past senior silver and she didn't even want to do the business. And so that is just an example of what you always tell us. So I just wanted to throw that out. Just love on your people, even when they say no.
Ah, Stacy, that's such a good encouragement. And see, this is what we need to hear. Every single person needs to hear that because, you know, all of us can preach it all day long, but when it actually happens, that's kind of like church, Stacy, lately. Like he tells all of these healings and testimonies and everything that's happening because it builds our faith that like, oh, that can happen. It's just timing. It's just God's timing. And now Sarah is with you because you kept tapping in. You kept loving on her. So I'm so, so proud of you. What else do we got? Any questions on the reset? Like, how is everybody doing on it? I know Tony, I know several of y'all are doing it right now. You're on day either 1 or 2. So I'm curious how that's going too. And don't forget to tag your people in the group too. So that group, the reset group, the 3-day reset group, it's always going to be in that group. They're just going to clear everything every single week and then add people. So it's honestly good because your old people are going to see and they're going to know exactly what's coming. So when they have friends and family that want to do it, they're already in the group. They can just have their people join. So it's brilliant. How is everybody feeling this month with your goals? Have you figured out a plan that you're excited about on how you're going to get those goals? Tony said, day 1, like you said, wakes you up to how much 1 little snacks in a day. Yep. Stacy, I have a plan, but it's intimidating. It always is. Everything scary never feels good. Never feels good. I'm glad you have a plan. That is the best thing because leveraging your plan is what's going to keep you organized and keep you going when you don't feel like it's going to happen. You're like, oh wait, no. Here's another little missing puzzle. I can figure out this. I can help this person, or I can help this person. It'll be empowering. Always have an idea.
You know, I gotta say something about the reset.
Yeah.
I did not realize how much drinking hydrate in the morning actually generates. Yeah, that word. I've been drinking it now every morning.
I love that. I noticed that too. And I've been trying to drink it every single morning. And I will say that I didn't have my lemon lime and I had to go back to blueberry. And I know people still love blueberry. Don't get me wrong, but I am loving lemon lime. And so when I ran out, I was like, oh, okay, but I'm going to drink my blueberry because I want to try to drink it every single morning now. But I've noticed a big difference. And I will say that I don't know what day it is. I'm done with the reset, but I'm going to do the reset for myself every single month. Every beginning of the month, I'm just going to reset because I don't want to go back to where I was. I really like this mindset shift that it's given me. Like yesterday, we had family over. Do you think I indulged? No, because I did not want to go back to where I was, right? Now I did, don't get me wrong. I had a little sliver of a pie, like this much, itty bitty, with a little bit of ice cream on top, but I didn't keep going back for more like I would have. Because I kept thinking my scale was wrong. I was like, surely this scale is way off. Like several months ago, I really was like, this scale is broken, Jason. We got to get a new one. And then now I'm like, oh crap. No, I was the one that was broken. I was the one that kept eating little things here and there, and it just added up. And so that is the mindset shift that I love about this. So when we're selling this, we're selling reset. We're not selling weight loss. We're selling a lifestyle change for so many people to be able to realize and recognize the food issues they have so that they can hit their goals. And I think that's the biggest eye opener in this. Emily Gibson just posted on the Jewel page how she's going to do a food diary every single day. She's going to video every meal, like, hey, I'm taking my hydrate, blah, blah, blah. And she's going to combine and share it every single day. That's huge. So the next time you do reset, or if you're just now starting, Jennifer, you're not on here, but Jennifer, I've liked her post because she's sharing her soup. She's sharing her college. She's sharing literally every single post. Excuse me, because my cousin, when they were over yesterday, they were like, all right, tell me about this reset thing. And I'm like, oh, really? Here's the box. Let me show you. And when I showed it to them, they had no idea, even with all of my posting, you guys, and in my stories, they had no idea that the box actually came with everything and checklists. And I'm like, yeah, girl, like it's all right here. You just take everything in this box. She had no idea. So keep sharing what the box provides for you and how easy it is for you. Hannah, you have your hand raised. Go for it, girl.
Yes. Can you quickly, or however long it takes, show a breakdown of if someone's points ended at 65, what you would do to go to gold? I think that would be beneficial for everyone. I can say what I said, but you just break it down real quick if you don't care.
Yep. Nope. So I would take 65 minus 100, and then I would divide that by 5, because not everybody you're going to sign is 6 points. Not everybody. So then that'll determine how many orders you need to go to 100. So, I mean, I can't do math that fast. I know that that's not a lot of points. Thank you, Thank you, Shara. 7. I was going to say 6 or 8, but I couldn't remember. So she would need 7, or he needs 7 orders, but I always go a little bit higher, because even if they ended at 65, you might have somebody refund. You might have somebody have a credit card decline. I will tell you, I try to send out emails, but I don't reach every single person. So don't ever expect me to make sure that you're reaching out to all your credit card declines or your Plexus perks or any of that. Make sure because like for me, my credit card got compromised when we were in Ohio. So my credit card, I have to take it off file of all my things, right? So let's say that, Hannah, you didn't reach out to me like, hey girl, I just noticed your credit card declined, and so you're not going to get your Plexus products. Did you know that? I'd have been like, dang it, I had my card on that one too. Okay, let me fix that. If we don't tell them or we don't ask, we might not be helping them. So making sure that too, because those credit card declines can happen. And so then they're at 60 points. And then let's say another credit card declines, or that somebody turns off their subscription or moves it a month. Then they have more orders. So I always say shoot higher than lower. So like, yes, they might need 7, but I would say shoot for 10 just to be safe. So does that help?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the beautiful thing is it doesn't have to be 10. They don't have to sign 10 themselves. They can if they want to. I love that anyone on their team can.
Yep. Anybody. Yep. And so that's what casting the vision of, like, if I have Rachel sign up and I need 10 orders to hit my goal. Well, I'm going to have Rachel. I'm going to help Rachel hit silver. And then Rachel has a new person, Stacy, sign up. And then I'm like, okay, Stacy, we're so excited for you. We want to make sure that everybody has this great deal. Do you know 2 or 3 friends? And then you're sharing the graphic for the referral bonus this month of what they can get. Every single person, everybody on here, think about the times that you get a text message of, hey, share this link for Instacart and you get $10 off your next groceries, or, your whatever it is. We get offers all the time. This is no different. So don't shy away from being bold on that. Tony, I've been thinking about doing a video trying to step out. Do it, Tony. Do it. I will tell you. Okay, everybody turn on your cameras. Come on. I want to see your faces. But I want you guys to raise your hand if you were terrified to do your live. If you've done a live before, raise your hand if you were terrified and wanted to vomit when you did your first live. Y'all, I cried. But the more that you do it, just like practicing softball or practicing cheer or practicing whatever, the more that you do it, the easier it gets. And I will tell you, I could probably find my first video that And there was no lives when I had to do mine. I literally kept videoing myself, deleting, and I would just bawl during each one. And I had to post it. And I cried after I posted it because I thought, what is the 4 people on my team going to think about me? You know, and I posted this video about trying to help them. And what am I going to, but if I wouldn't have done that, I don't know where I would be right now. I had to get past what I thought other people thought of me and just go for it. And I will tell you, the more times that I do voice messages and mess up, or on team calls like right now and don't know what word's going to come out of my mouth, or if I can say the word correctly, I had to get past all of that and be like, you know what? Who cares? Because then it shows I'm a real person and I'm not a robot. So do it, Tony. And I cannot wait to watch your live. And I cannot wait to watch all of you guys' lives. I know Cindy's been doing them, everybody. And I'm so, so proud every single time you do them, because you're doing something other people wish they could. So Rachel, I'm going to continue reaching out and focus on adding 1 at a time. Yes. And coaching my team to focus on adding their 3 to hit their silver rank. That's how you do it, girl. Okay. What other questions do you have? Anybody? I can talk all day long, y'all. But I want to know what questions you have. Like, how do you feel? A lot of you guys watched Convention. And if you haven't, I believe it expires to be able to watch it. I think it maybe it already expired, but I think you can still watch it. And if you have not signed up for Nashville, sign up, get the 150, and believe you're going to have 2 extra people there with you, even though you don't know who those people are. Just believe it. That's what I did. I signed up the 150 and I'm like, you know what? I know at the last minute, I might have 2 people excited to go, but it's sold out. Let's say it's sold out and they're not going to have an opportunity. You're going to have those 2 golden tickets for them so that you can have and help them experience what we all just experienced in person in Ohio. Was I excited, Ohio? No, but guess what? Did we get to see a lot of Ohio? Not really. I could care less where it's at. I really could, because it all is what Plexus does inside the building that matters. You're all there together, camaraderie. You're all together. You're hearing the wonderful training, everything. That is the powerful part. So just grab that 150 before it's gone, so that you know you're just going to have 2 people and you're going to have 2 extra people come with you. We're going to look at hotels. It's just a lot easier to do hotels versus a big house and trying to upfront the cost of all of that and everything. It's just so much easier. I've done the house before. I freaking love the house. Do not get me wrong. It's one of my absolute favorites, but it is super stressful to make sure like everybody pay all the things. So we're just going to stick to hotels for this next year for my piece. And unless somebody else wants to book, that is completely fine. If somebody else is like, you know what, Cassie, I found a house. I don't mind, organizing and doing all that. Take my money. I will give you my money, hands down. Do it. But that's where we're at. What book are we reading? Do not be sorry about asking that. Okay. It is called Take the Stairs by Rory, Rory. I think I still have a screenshot. I put the screenshot in our builder chat. But it's Take the Stairs by Rory something. And if you haven't listened to Jessica Heffley's, I'm going to post that again, probably in our silver chat, because it's super powerful to hear Jessica talk the other day. Like, that was incredible. And so if every single person, you all are leaders on here, help me with that silver chat, because we want that to be key for those brand new people to feel community and feel like they're a part of something. And so anytime you have something, pop it in there, motivation, whatever. I love that your son is waving. Any of that. How many points is a level 3? So a level 1 is 6 points, and then 5, 4, 3. So that's how it goes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So level 1 is 6. So I'll 6. Oops. I was trying to do 5. I'll just keep doing this. 4. And then it keeps going down. Oh, crap. 3 is 4 points. There we go. And then it keeps going down. Okay. Rory Vaden. Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Rory Vaden. Ours are really hard for me. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have? Do not be shy. If you're like, oh, I really want to ask this, but I don't want to be stupid, or I don't want to blah, blah, blah. Trust me, we all were there. If there is nothing, I have one last thing. And it came up today, and this is why I'm going to say this. You will have people that disagree with you. You will have people that are negative on your posts. Not all the time. You will have those things happen. And I will tell you that I have found when I am nice back to them, it is hard for them to continue to be negative. When I am just like, oh, friend, I'm so sorry you feel that way, or whatever, or I'm so sorry you see it this way, I do not feed into negativity. The more that you feed into it, the more that they're going to keep going. In 6+ years, I've only had to block one person, and this person was insane, y'all. One person. And the others, I just bless and release. And bless and release means you don't feed into it. You just let it go. And the biggest thing is I can tell you, I do not have a lot of family support. Still to this day, I do not have a lot of family support. Do family support my bills? No. Do family support my goals and my dreams? No. Does that stop me? No, because I have a vision for my family. And so when you have negativity come your way, you think of your bigger goal and your vision, not what they think or what they want for you. They're not doing it. Like, they're going to follow you and watch you keep growing. And then later on, they're like, oh, dang it. See, Cassie was right. Or, man, Cassie didn't give up. That must not have been a scam or a pyramid scheme or whatever they believe or, think that you're lying about. Do not give any credit to negativity. Just bless and release and let it go. Because I promise you, the more that you do that, it's going to work. For me, it would eat me alive. And it would be like, oh my gosh, what did I say? What did I do? What did I do wrong? And it would pull me down. Never, ever let somebody pull you down. Never. You just let it go and keep moving on.
Hey, Cassie.
Yep.
On the points thing, levels, your level 1 is 6 points, your levels 2 and 3 are 5.
Oh.
2 and 3. And then 4 is, then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1 down to level 7. I'll put the graphic in our thread.
Thank you. See, you guys still, I struggle because this all changed 6 months ago, a little bit more than 6 months ago now. And so now every single level 1 is 6. So thank you for putting that in the, yep. Thank you, Shara, in the chat. See, you all can struggle and it's okay.
It is. That's why I saved that graphic, because it changed. And I just finally got used to the other way, and then it changed on me too.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard because, for me, I've been doing something for 6.5 years, 6 years. And so it's hard to get out of that mindset of like, oh, wait, that did change. And now there is, I know that level 1 is 6. And then, anyway, thank you. This is why we have other amazing people on our team to help when you fall short sometimes. So any other questions? Okay. Keep your goals coming. I want you to create a roadmap, and you are going to put somebody silver, whether there is nobody that you're going to go silver. You're going to help somebody. You're going to have a reset person sign up today or tomorrow or the next day, and you're going to help them add 3. So I'll put that graphic, I'll find it, and I'll post that link in there too. So you can print yours out. I printed several so that I could have several, like I have Hannah, I have all these people down. So I have their maps for their team, my team. So do that and then map out your goals, map out a plan. Be so excited about your plan that every single morning you wake up, you're ready to run. You are ready to keep moving, because that's what's going to keep you motivated from here on out. So love you guys. Let's get this book down and get it started. And I cannot wait to hear what you love about it in the chat. And thank you guys for popping on tonight. Bye.